Okay, today we gotta talk about Mike Gundy and his apology video. I didn't think this could get any funnier. And all that's coming up after the bumper.
Don't be cornering me. Hold up. Time. You gotta help me with that corner
What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always college football related, sports related. We have a good time. Today, I had this video all ready to go on Tristan Lee, and I had this video all ready to go on like anonymous football coaches and whatnot, but then Mike Gundy dropped a video statement on us about 4:30 Central Standard Time, and we got to talk about it. So, a public service announcement from Oklahoma State head coach Mike Gundy.
I had a great meeting with our team today. Our players expressed their feelings as individuals and as team members. They helped me see through their eyes how the t-shirt affected their hearts. Once I learned how that network felt about Black Lives Matter, I was disgusted and knew it was completely unacceptable to me. I want to apologize to all members of our team, former players, and their families for the pain and discomfort that has been caused over the last 2 days. Black lives matter to me. Our players matter to me. These meetings with our team have been eye-opening and will result in positive changes for Oklahoma State football. I sincerely hope the Oklahoma State family, near and far, will accept my humble apology as we move forward.
Yo, did he not look like he was being forced to read from a teleprompter? Like, all right, it also looked like he was reading that for the first time. I'm not exactly sure where to take this from here, right? Because on the one hand, I want to go with my intuition, which is to raise an eyebrow at this. On the other hand, Ogbongbemiga, Chuba Hubbard, and Tylan Wallace have all kind of voiced their support of Mike Gundy, saying, hey, it takes a big man to do this, and that this change head in the right direction. Meanwhile, some neutral observers, of which, there's a handful that have been paying attention to this as a national news story, looked at that video and said, I don't buy it. And I can't say that they're wrong on this because, one, I don't think that Mike Gundy wrote that statement. I don't think that he wrote that statement at all. I think that Mike Gundy was told by administration to go make this video because it's not in Mike Gundy's wheelhouse to just kind of go and make a video and read from a teleprompter. It's much more like what it was last night, which is, hey, you hold up the camera phone and watch me and Chuba go through this off the clip. And then with the bad framing, right, where it said boy culture and the rough breathing in the background and Chuba looking like he was somebody's hostage, but also saying that he wanted to be there. And he apologized to Mike. Mike didn't apologize to him. We all hit the same talking points this morning of Mike Gundy didn't apologize to Chuba in that video. We also don't think that Chuba had anything to apologize for. Mike Gundy's still making it about the doggone shirt when it ain't about the doggone shirt. It's about his players and that being the last straw for them, because it's a good point that I should have raised earlier this morning, but I'm raising now. Do we really think that Chuba Hubbard is paying that much attention to what OAN is, especially when there's so many folks that didn't know what it was until Mike Gundy started talking about it in April? I think that 2 and 2 were put together. Somebody sent him a photo of that or a tweet with that shirt being worn on Gundy to Chuba, and he put it together what's going on with campus. And I think the conversation needs to be around how does Mike Gundy treat his players, particularly his black players? Because if you pay attention to what Doug Gottlieb chose to tweet about, you'll see that it made black folks, particularly the black players, look like they don't know what they're doing and that the things that they're asking for are mostly inconsequential and have everything to do with what some folks choose to yell at us for about black culture. Like the right to sag. I have never seen or heard of any black person ever claiming that they want to sag. Like, without getting too much into this, it smelled fishy. And then Ogbongbemiga went out and said, no, you are not telling the truth. Whoever spoke to you lied to you. Tylan Wallace said the same thing. I don't know why Gottlieb thought that was a good thing to make into a talking point, but he trusts whoever he trusts. Look, I think that if the kids felt so vociferous in their refuting of this, that you have to take them at their word. Or you can take Gottlieb at his word. Fact of the matter is, 2 hours after Gottlieb's show started, Mike Gundy puts out a statement apologizing to everyone about a shirt. Again, it ain't about the shirt. And finding out for the first time that OAN doesn't believe that Black Lives Matter is actually a thing, that it's a figment of my imagination, of your imagination, that it's a farce. These are not things for which I don't think that a rational person would have come up with. You know, I've said this before, but like, it gets real touchy real quick with Mike Gundy on this, because Gundy first purports OAN like the AP, saying there's no left, there's no right, there's no commentary, when it's all commentary, and some of it is flat out false and conspiracy theories. And because if you just go and take a look at OAN and then you take a look at what they are espousing, yeah, it is a lot different than if you were to wear a CNN shirt or MSNBC shirt or NPR shirt or even Fox News shirt, because it's really that far out there. It's farther out there than any one of those news organizations. So much so that we can barely call it that if you choose to call it that. And I feel as if we're still having the conversation, and in some ways it's being productive. In other ways I don't think that it is. And I get that many folks want it to go away, but it's not going to go away. Any more than people protesting outside is going to go away. Any more than the 2020 election is going to go away. Any more than we're not going to get college football is going to go away. You know, of all the things to lay your foot down on, this being the thing, I question your priorities. Fact of the matter is, I started talking about Mike Gundy because Mike Gundy wore a shirt, and then Chuba Hubbard decided to talk about how he felt about what was going on inside his locker room, not how he felt about the shirt. Fact of the matter is, I'm following the news cycle like you, and I'm choosing to talk about the topics for which I think I should talk about, and the topics for which I want to talk about. Many times those things are college football and recruiting, and they will be once again. But right now, we're talking about Mike Gundy, because Mike Gundy keeps talking. All right, that's it for me. Deuces.